Good evening and thank you for joining us. We are covering a number of big stories, and tonight I should let you know I'm joining you from a remote studio after coming in contact with someone who tested positive for COVID. And like many of you have had to do over the last couple of years, I am working remotely. But the top headline tonight is the breathtaking rise of inflation. Consumer prices were up 7% in December compared to a year ago. That means the cost for virtually everything is on the rise. Food, gas, rent, utilities, and cars. Unfortunately, economists predict it won't be over anytime soon, with inflation remaining high throughout the year. Higher prices aren't the only problems facing consumers. Bare shelves are another problem. Supply chain shortages are hitting grocery stores on even the most basic of items. CBS's Scott McFarland is at a supermarket in Bethesda, Maryland. Good evening, Scott.
Nora, this is the sharpest rise in consumer prices in nearly 40 years, creating two problems for grocery shoppers. Rising prices emptying their wallets, store shelves emptying too. Dennis Stevenson is a military veteran and retired, with fixed income and years of experience bargain hunting. He says he's made new cutbacks to keep the refrigerator full.
That means cutting corners. It really hurts like Christmas time, like for your grandkids.
Today's report on inflation shows ground beef prices up 13%. Double-digit jumps in the price of eggs, crackers, and bread. Breakfast cereal up 6%. And the milk you pour in it up by more than 4%. The White House today argued President Biden's Build Back Better plan, which is still stalled in Congress, will help, but acknowledged the pain isn't going away anytime soon.
If you look at the projections by independent forecasters, then you see moderation over the course of 22. In the short term, in the immediate term, I think we'll focus on the practical steps that we can take. Folks working with Congress.
Amid the Omicron wave of the pandemic, the problem isn't just the prices of items on the shelves, it's finding and stocking them. Supply chain disruptions have starved stores of staples from the produce aisle to the paper products. At his grocery store in Washington, D.C., Roy Rodman says it's never been so difficult.
It could be a very stressful time if we weren't able to navigate or get the products, so we're triumphant in putting things on the shelf.
Food shipments have also hit a pothole. The nation's truckers tell CBS News they're operating with 80,000 fewer drivers than needed. A shortage in packaging items, from cardboard box adhesives to ink for product labels, could snarl production. Is this problem of unstocked shelves in certain stores last as long as the variant does, the pandemic does?
Yeah, it really does. And we've seen it ebb and flow with past spikes. This one's a little bit more challenging because of the transmissibility of the Omicron variant.
And it's challenging for shoppers like Dennis Stevenson. It's disorienting, isn't it?
Yes, it's disorienting, it is frustrating.
A survey by an association for the nation's grocery stores finds 80% of them are having trouble recruiting or retaining workers. That'll cause disruptions in the weeks ahead. Nora?
Scott McFarland, thank you.
Friday only at Kate.
So, I called back. Same State Farm agent. Text.
Thousands of workers at Kroger-owned grocery stores in Colorado going on strike. Moran is tracking the latest on the new walkout by fellow workers. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, Michael. This is another big one. This morning, more than 8,000 cashiers and store stockists and custodians and baggers and other grocery workers, they're all out on strike at King Superstores, more than 70 of them out in Colorado. They're seeking better wages and benefits and a safer work environment at King Supers, which is owned by Kroger's. These workers risked their lives during the pandemic. Many of them got COVID on the job as they kept stores open and food on our tables, and they've seen King Supers make record profits during this time. In a statement, the union declaring, "We strike because it has become clear that this is the only way to get what is fair, just, and equitable for the grocery workers." The company, in its statement, responding, "We want what is right for our associates, workers, and that is more money in their paychecks while continuing to receive industry-leading health care benefits." The Colorado strike is just the latest example of the new dynamic for workers across America. Successful strikes at John Deere, at Kellogg's, and other major companies in recent months have shown that workers know that they have leverage for the first time in a long time in this tight get them, and they are willing to use them.
They are. Terry, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC.
Second Ezra 6 and 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I shew these signs which are tokens, these tokens which are signs. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And the world's beginning to vanish away, man. So the tokens and signs, the book is being opened, man, and manifesting. I'll go down to 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. So the sown places appearing unsown. And the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And that's what you see in the storehouses being found empty. Again, these shortages of food and these empty shelves, man. And the trumpet shall give a sound, and when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. So that sound, that warning, so people are going to be afraid. 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. So friends are going to become enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. So relating to the state and condition, people are going to be in fear that dwell in the earth, man. And the springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. That's the physical waters, man. The society's like the waters, and it's slowly beginning to be cut off, man. Like that faucet, man. Let's go to 2 Ezra 8 and 50. For many great misery shall be done to them in the latter times. We're in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked great in pride, man. So that's why these miseries, these different calamities are coming upon the earth, man. Because of pride, because of wickedness. Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, people mourn, man. Because ones who are set in power, controlling, managing this system of society, man. And people are mourning because of pretty much of their management styles, leadership skills, man. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, Job 9:24, man. And in their hands, their blessings that sword, man. They shall take peace from the earth, Revelation 6 and 4, man. So people are not rejoicing, man, because the ones in the position of power, man. And in their hands, their blessing is that sword, man. So they come to take peace upon the earth. And Isaiah 10 and 1, I'll go with that one, relating to they write grievousness which they have prescribed, man. But that goes into the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked, man. And that's the unseen hands of power, man. The ones who who are 1% run pretty much the 100% of the earth, man. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. A time to love, a time to hate. We're seeing a lot of that hate. We're also seeing a time of war and a time of peace. The hate and the time of war. Nation shall rise against nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Things happen in diverse places. There's 21 in Luke, Mark 13, in Matthew 24, man. So we're in a time of a lot of instability, incontinency, a lot of imbalances relating to leadership and ruler and people in a position of authority, man. That division, the divide between one another, how can that kingdom stand, man? Matthew 12, 25, 26, Mark 3, 24 through 27, and also Luke, I believe, 11, 17 or 18 and 19. So that's that division that's being set forth, man. Even the divide within this ranks, man, in his own country, man. That civil division, man. Go to Matthew's Shalakia. Let's go to Isaiah real quick. Ecclesiastes, Shalakia. Ecclesiastes, I'll go right to the point, 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease, because they are few. That's the workers, that's the hustle, that's the bustle. For when they look out of the windows, it'll be dark and no hope, no future. Very grim, man, not promising. And the doors shall be shut in the street, and that's these businesses, these places, establishments. You're seeing a lot of that, the closed doors. And when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up, a voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. The entertainment, the things that made the society vibrant, man, and lively, man, is being cut, man. That spirit of mirth is being shut down. Also, when they shall be afraid at that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go in the street. So they're gonna mourn because the things that used to be are no longer gonna be no more, man. It's a different time, a different dynamic of society now. The change is different, man. It's not what it was 10 years ago or example like that. The society is changing, man. The manifestation of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua relating to the Lord's beginning to visit the world which he has made, man. That's really increasing. That's intensifying, man. That was 2 videos relating to the increase of products, meats, eggs, milk, for example, dairy products, meats. Also, the surge of prices 7% since 1982. Also, the empty shelves. And you have another video relating to employees striking. So you've seen a lot of that protest. Second Esdras. They should now regard their kings and princes and take the power back in the course of action back in their hands, man. So you've seen a lot of that civil unrest, insurrections, general protests over, for example, jobs, unfairness of wages, work conditions, for example. Also economical, financial, civil, different things. Also things that's currently going on specifically. So you're seeing the people. Taking the course and the action in their hands over a variety of issues, man. This was just a few scriptures relating to that. We'll give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua B'Shem Rakakadash, the Wadi Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua. I hope this helped. This is Brother Zayab, which means wolf. I hope it helps whoever listens. Shalom. Thanks.